Alongside Rob Lewis, I'm Austin Price. 2-minute drill as Tennessee set to take on the South Carolina Gamecocks coming up here at noon. Rob, Tennessee will be without some key members of the secondary. We'll start with the biggest blow, Theo Jackson. He's your starting star, can also roll around to safety. Did last week when Trayvon Flowers is out. Flowers is back. Also out, though, is Christian Charles, one of the backup safeties, and Danico Slaughter, the backup star to Theo Jackson.
Hey, Pete, I mean, South Carolina's not very good on offense, and, you know, anybody that has been on our site this week knows has read things, knows what I think about that. But that's a blow. What do they do?
Well, I think you probably look at Brandon Turnage. When they went to the dime last week, that's who they went to. Turnage was in the football game. I would venture to say you see Brandon Turnage a lot today, especially in the star spot. If they have to go somewhere different at safety, it'll be Tamarion McDonald, and I would imagine, because he just makes the most sense. He is a natural safety, and he's played the most out of anyone that backs up both Trayvon Flowers and Jalen McCullough. Running back, Jabari Small will play Rob, which is good because that's going to help spell Tyon Evans. Laneith Whitehead going to be eligible to play today. Jalen Wright not so much with a toe.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like, you know, Tennessee is kind of deep at running back after you saw what Whitehead did last week. But who's healthy? I mean, Jabari's left the last 2 games, or I guess the last 3 games with the shoulder injury. Tyon kind of seems like a truck right now. I mean, a workhorse. But with what Whitehead did last week and what you've seen from Small, they've got 4 guys, and I guess 2 of them are healthy.
Don't you think Evans comes motivated? I mean, he's facing his home state school.
So.
I mean, you know what I mean? You know how this plays out. Now, you could say that he's probably maybe be too amped up, and thus he plays not within the framework of the scheme, but one would think that he runs pretty motivated today.
AP, I think he does, and South Carolina has not been great against the run. Tennessee's not obviously at 100% on the offensive line, but man, Tyon Evans, I think has quietly or not so quietly, if you're a Tennessee fan, has sort of stamped himself as maybe one of the better offensive players in the SEC through the first 4 or 5 games of the year.
I said this yesterday on Outkick 360. I just think Tennessee's can just score. If they get to 20, I think they had a great chance to win the football game. South Carolina just struggles to score, even with Tennessee's injuries in the secondary on defense. I think if Tennessee just goes out and does what they do on offense, they got a great chance to get a win today.
AP, I'll be the first to admit, sometimes I buy into the stats a little too much. I mean, I write the previews, the matchups, and delve into the numbers a lot. I just don't think South Carolina is very good. I mean, like you said, I think they really struggle to score on offense. I mean, I think if Tennessee gets to 30, it's a snoozer.
Snoozer. Well, I'm tired, so I wouldn't mind to go back to bed. He's Rob Lewis. I'm Austin Price for the 2-minute drill.